Good afternoon and welcome to More Meets the Eye. I'm your host, Blind Prime, and this is our first Transformer of 2024. Yeah! Well, it's not really a Transformer of 2024. It's more of a Transformer of 2023 that I got for Christmas, but did not rank up for the top 10. So, I don't know why he's backwards. Being cool, I guess. Yeah, I got him for Christmas with a double pack of Point Blank and Sure Shot, or whatever his little buddy's name is. But, yeah, I got Crankcase. Oh my. Wow. Total blank on that name. Crankcase here is a Trigger Master from the original G1 series. Trigger Masters were neat. They weren't Target Masters. Target Masters had a little robot that became a gun. Trigger Masters had a little button on the back of them that you could press, and then these guns would pop out. So you could press the button, and then this part would pop up, boom, like that, and then these little guns would pop down on either side to be, eat cannons on either side of his head. Isn't that cute? Yeah, little tiny little cannons. Ooh, super small. If for some reason Cliffjumper were to hit him in the head mid-battle and his head rocks over while he's firing his cannon, he's going to shoot his ear off, you know? He raises his arm up too far, he's going to shoot his shoulder off. Like, these are just stupid. These are just really stupid tiny little cannons. I do think that they would have looked better had they been actual, like, maybe a hollow center to them so you could plug in a blast effect. That'd been cool. Like, it's just a little column of plastic in there. There's not much detail to it. There's not much anything to that little piece of plastic. It's like it's a hindsight maneuver. Like, oh, hey, guys, while we're doing this, we could probably put those in. But if you want to collapse that down and get rid of it, all you have to do is just fold those two guns up, and then you just fold the back panel down further. There it goes. And now it's more of a clean look for him on his shoulders, if you want that look, that is. I like that look, but that's just me. So let's do a little comparison. We already did a size comparison with him and Skids here in their in a video I just did for YouTube Shorts. Let's make sure their legs are all stretched out. So side by side, these guys are pretty good, and there are some differences. There are some very big differences between them, and I do say that I think this is really neat to have such a drastic retool. The transformation is very similar. It's slightly different for, slightly different, but it's still very similar. These guys are very similar in height, though Crankcase's shoulders are higher than Skids' shoulders, and Crankcase is a different front on his car because this actually can be removed. This is his spare gun. They are actually not even really the same height. Crankcase manages to be taller than Skids by just a little bit. Like, it's neat how different they made this. Hey, Cream, what's up? You want to say anything about Skids' Mudflap? What do you think of Mudflap? Do you like the Mudflap? Cream is apathetic about the Mudflap. Why do I keep calling him Mudflap? This is Crankcase. Good grief. Why do I keep calling this guy Mudflap? Is it because he's got flappy doodles on the sides? I don't know. I don't know why I keep calling him Mudflap. This is Crankcase. It's Crankcase. He's got a crankcase. Okay, so let's set the Skids off to the side. We're going to set Skids right down here. Do you like the Skids? Huh? Do you like the Skids more? He is apathetic about the Skids as well. So let's go over the sculpt work and articulation real quick. Sculpt work, this guy's very smooth. He's very sleek because of, he becomes a really cool H3. He's, let's see, on this front, he's got some really good sculpt work for this really cool front of the vehicle that can pop off. Nothing ever wants to click. Like, that is a negative on this guy. He doesn't have any clicks. And just see, this entire thing just kind of wants to fold up, but there's nothing. There's no click. There's no satisfied little clunk or click or something like that to let me know that these things have made it and they have activated and they are not moving anymore. Sorry, just a little rant. I don't know. There's a reason this guy did not make top 10 of 2020 or top 11 of 2023, and one of the reasons is he doesn't have clicks. Okay. So, elbow articulation's 90. He's got a backwards butterfly. Neat, because of transformation. He can raise up a 90 on his shoulders, but his shoulder top will slap himself in the face, and then his shoulder cannon will blow his shoulder off. 180-degree movement in the arm, moving it, spinning it around. 90 on the elbow. The wrist does rotate, and his head does rotate around 360 degrees. And it can go down, look up, side to side. And neat part about him is we can break off his front grille. Pull that front grille off. We're revealing a mono boob. He's got a unicannon. He's got a unicannon. And this gun has some really great sculpt work for the front of the vehicle mode, which we will talk about more in the vehicle mode video. But there's a winch there with some really well-in sculpted rope, which is really neat. I like it when they do that stuff. The gun, there's a flappy doodle somewhere on this guy. If I can find the flappy doodle, we can get to it. Okay, there's the flappy doodle right there. Let's pull it off. There it goes, and we're revealing two gun barrels that are blast effect compatible. And though there's a bunch of hollow waffling on one side of this gun, so it is advisable that you only use this gun in his right hand. Let's take out the gun I have in his right hand, which I should have had in his left hand for this episode. Oh well. And set this in here. And we fold up his hand there, and then we can just kind of have it slightly off to there. Yeah, that looks nice, I think. Having his gun, his weird grill gun. Yeah, it's a cool gun. It does kind of look like a boombox. Perspective End is right about that. So let's put his other gun, his Skids gun, in his left hand now. So that's kind of neat. I do like the gun. I like the way that the grill transforms into a weapon. That's pretty cool. So further talking about this guy, yeah, the center does flap up and down. Oh, crap, it's transforming. Okay, it stopped. Okay, there's nothing there that clicks it into place. So it just, if you're not careful, wait, did I just click it into place? I think I did. I think I figured it out. I don't even know how I figured it out. I just put my thumb underneath this back panel and really pushed hard because I got annoyed, and it worked. Annoyance for the win. So coming down here to his waist, he's got 360-degree waist rotation, actually with nothing getting in the way, which is kind of rare for a Transformer. They always have something getting in the way of that rotation. His hips do 90 at the sides. They do more than 90 at the front and more than 90 at the rear. And his front and back just came apart again. He likes to just fall apart. Which is a weird thing. I haven't had a Transformer I reviewed try to untransform itself this many times. This guy should have been like one of the best, one of the best worst of the year. I do like his sculpt work. His alt mode is excellent. 90-degree knees, and he's got ankle tilt. Now, sculpt-wise on him, he's got some bigger feet than Skids, I believe. No, him and Skids' feet are the same. Then these upper legs, are they the same for Skids? Let's see. Yeah, it's the same legs. It's the same legs for Skids and the same legs for Mudflap here. Crankcase. Good lord, why am I stuck on Mudflap? Why am I so stuck on Mudflap? But he's got kind of similar stuff going on with the backs of their legs, though Crankcases here has some bolted in spare tire and stuff on the backs of his legs, and Skids is just sleek and smooth and awesome. So spinning him around, he's trying to fall over because of mold degradation. There is a lot of mold degradation going on with this model. Their backs are the same except how their doors are. Crankcase's doors are sideways, and they, well, vertical more. That they flap at the top instead of on the side, where Skids' doors here flap on the sides instead of the top, so it actually looks like an opening door whenever you have him in his vehicle mode. He actually has opening doors for vehicle mode, which is really neat. And there's not much more I can say about this guy. He's got some great textures to him. It's very similar to Skids, yet different. It's basically having a completely different Transformer than what Skids was. I would give this guy a grade of 6 out of 10 for robot mode. I think it would have gotten, actually no, 5 out of 10 for robot mode. The robot mode is fun. It's just that there's nothing holding it together. There's not enough snaps for me. There's not enough ports that connect to allow for some sturdy, solid Transformer. Like, this guy feels solid in the hands. Skids is a solid guy. This dude, this guy is, crap. He's trying to transform again. He's not as solid. He's not as solid. I can't do that with Skids. I can't have Skids' front part accidentally transform. That doesn't happen with Skids. That happens with Crankcase here, who I keep calling Mudflap today. But that is my overall rating of the robot mode. I hope that you have enjoyed today's video and the small showing from Cream, who is a very sleepy cat. But it's raining today, and every time it rains, Cream seems to like to sleep. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? You're a big sleepy guy. You're a big sleepy guy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. No, don't take out the Transformers. Alright, thanks for watching. Until next Pride, bye-bye for now.